welcome to another episode of On the Pitch with TJ Picks. I'm your host, TJ Raff. Guys, another great soccer week, another great month in the VIP. We had a run, 15-2 VIP run. I sent 9-0 free play winners. Guys, if you're not in my free Telegram, you're missing out. We're talking a combined 90-plus hit rate, guys. Who else in the business is doing this? And this is 98% soccer plays. When you realize that betting soccer is the most profitable sport of all sports to bet, you will be making more money. Come and find out why, guys. Hit me in the DMs and Instagram, Telegram, wherever you want to find me. If you have any questions, let me enrich you on how soccer betting is going to change you. It's going to make you a new gambler and in the green more often than you've ever been before, guys. 90% hit rate. Who else is giving away free plays at the rate that I'm doing? Nobody. VIP, guys, 15-2 run this month. Going into Champions League, guys. It's unheard of what we're doing right now. Come and see why. You know, the VIP is where it's at. Exclusive VIP chat that no one in the business has. Like mine, guys, open 24/7. So hit me up and get in today. And now for our soccer action.
Raph, before you jump in, let me just say really quickly, I've been producing your podcast for we're almost in 2 months now or so. And I got to say, man, I'm at this point now where I bet MMA, I do capping for MMA, and that's one of the most volatile things you can cap. For me, I'll have any bets in whether it's NFL, college football, MMA, and they all can be hit or miss at times. But the one thing that's steady for me now is my soccer bets. So whatever's there, they almost hedge all my bets for the weekend. So if I've had a rough weekend, they end up cleaning up my bets. Like I've been cashing, man. So I want to thank you for, digging in and doing what you do. Because I know I'm producing this and sort of getting the advantage of listening in on the podcast. But man, you guys got to tap in. I mean, for the price and the value, I've made a decent amount just on soccer bets alone, and it's cleaned up. Like I said, on those weekends where I don't do well in my other bets, soccer's cleaning up, the losses. So, anyways, just wanted to thank you. Cheers.
Yeah, man, and that's like you said. You're producing this show. You're putting it together. You're seeing firsthand what I'm giving out, and you're seeing it hit day in, day out, weekend after weekend, guys. So that's just one example, guys, of somebody who probably had never bet soccer in his life and is now tuned in and is making money and using that info to, hedge his other bets that he's been making in these other sports. And so he's gaining a lot of knowledge. Everybody that tunes into these podcasts, guys, you're going to get a lot of knowledge as well. And when you're in my VIP, guys, I give daily info about gambling, the gambling world, and how to pick your spots, how to money manage your bets and your bankroll. So it comes with a lot more than just the VIP picks. I don't just send a VIP pick and say, hey, good luck. I'm there with you. I have a VIP chat. I'm accessible day in, day out, 24/7. With all that being said, let's go on to the soccer for Saturday action. We return to the top European leagues. There was a little bit of Champions League action yesterday and today. I just want to talk about that a little bit. Barcelona on fire. I predicted them to win. It wasn't a VIP play, but I did bet the over in that game. I told a lot of people that Barcelona was going to beat Bayern Munich. No one believed me, and guess what? Barcelona destroyed Bayern Munich today. It had been 5 games since Barcelona had even scored against Bayern Munich. The last time Barcelona scored against Bayern Munich, Barcelona lost 8-2 to Bayern Munich. The 4 games after that, Barcelona didn't score a single goal, and Bayern Munich shut them out 4 games in a row. So we're talking about a massive win for Barcelona, massive big win, and they're going on into this weekend, into the Champions League, into the biggest game of Spain history, the El Classico, Barcelona versus Real Madrid. We'll get into that one a little bit later. But now let's begin with the soccer for Saturday action. We're going to head to the Premier League, England, where we have Aston Villa at home taking on Bournemouth. Guys, Aston Villa is on fire right now. They're playing very good soccer. Current standings for these two teams in the England Premier League, Aston Villa is in 4th place after 8 games, 15 goals scored, 10 goals conceded. Bournemouth, 11th place, 10 goals scored, 10 goals conceded. Bournemouth in their last game. Let me look here. Didn't have that good of a showing. Let's see. Oh, actually, I'm thinking about 2 weeks ago, Bournemouth. Bournemouth just came off a big win against Arsenal, one of the top teams, guys. Excuse me on this one. The week prior to that, they had lost to Leicester 1-0. That's why I got a little bit confused. Bournemouth, 2-0 win over Arsenal. Big win, big letdown for Arsenal. Can Bournemouth do it again against another team that's playing very well in the England Premier League? Aston Villa, also coming off a 2-0 UEFA Champions League win over Bologna. Aston Villa also had a big win over Fulham, 3-1. Guys, this is a tough one. Tough one because both teams are doing well. Bournemouth should have no business beating Arsenal. Aston Villa at home. I'm going to go with the boat to score here, but I'm going to give the edge to Aston Villa at home, even though Bournemouth just took down the giant Arsenal. Give me Aston Villa in a boat to score. So I'm guessing since I like both to score and Aston Villa to win, we like the over here and some goals. Aston Villa, both to score. Let's go. Next game, Brentford at home, taking on Ipswich. Brentford in their last game lost 2-1 to the Manchester United team. Ipswich, 0 defeat to another terrible team, Everton. That was a battle of the bottom dwellers. I thought Ipswich was going to get a goal there. I had a boat to score in that one. I was wrong. They couldn't do that at home. So you know what? We're going to go with Brentford money line, -154 on that one. Take it to the bank. Moving on to the third game for Saturday's action, the Premier League. Brighton at home taking on the Wolverhampton Wolves, who have the worst defense in the entire league, guys. Wolverhampton Wolves, last place in the entire league, 20th spot, 10 goals scored, 23 goals conceded after 8 games. Wolverhampton Wolves just that lost to Manchester City, only 2-1. Not too bad. Brighton last week, coming off a 1-0 win over Newcastle. Prior to that, they beat Tottenham 3-2. I got to go with Brighton. We're going to go with goals. Give me Brighton to win, and there will be some goals in this game as well. Manchester City coming off their big win today in the Champions League, 5-0 over Sparta Praha. That was an easy game, easy competition, and they get another easy game in the England Premier League versus Southampton. Southampton is a plus 1795, plus 1,795. Southampton just lost to Leicester 2-3. Prior to that, they got smacked by Arsenal 3-1. Man City's going to win this game. The question is, are they going to cover the spread? It's not even worth putting into a parlay because they're minus 900. So what are we going to do here? We may do something that didn't work versus Sparta, but should have worked, is betting first half over 1.5 goals. I'm thinking Manchester City, gets 2 quick ones and then takes it easy. So Southampton could score a goal too. You never know. You give me the over 1.5 first half. It's a surprise pick here. I sometimes like these type of picks when there's a team that's heavily favored over a very, very weak team. Last time they played head to head to each other, it was a 4-1 victory to Man City. And there was only 1 goal in the first half, and they scored the 3 the following second half. So just give me Manchester City to dominate this game, take down Southampton, another 3-1, 4-1, 4-0 type of game. Moving on to the last game for Saturday in the Premier League. Everton, terrible team, like we mentioned before, but they did take down Ipswich in their last game, taking on Fulham. Fulham lost to Aston Villa 3-1 in their last game. I got to go with Fulham here to get the win. Fulham at a plus 158, even though they're away, will get the victory here. Give me Fulham to get the win. That'll do it for England Premier League for Saturday. Scanning the French league. Our team PSG doesn't play on Saturday, so we're going to skip that. There is a game I do want to talk about, though, on Saturday from the MLS. It's going to be the playoffs. And for some reason, Major League Soccer is doing a baseball type of playoff. I don't like it. I think they play the best out of three in these playoffs. You got the Los Angeles Galaxy, who are the number one ranked team in their division, taking on the Colorado Rapids. Guys, I don't like this format. I don't know what they're thinking, having 3 games, best out of 3 in soccer. Come on now. That's kind of unheard of. I don't know why they do that. I don't like it, but they are doing it in the MLS. Galaxy, number 1 seed, taking on the Colorado Rapids. I think Galaxy is going to win big. They are minus 185 favorites. If you want to parlay the Galaxy for Saturday, Galaxy will win. They will score over 1.5 goals. Team total over 1.5. Galaxy to get the victory in game 1. Give me the Galaxy. Give me the Galaxy money line. Give me Galaxy team total over 1.5 in the first round of the MLS playoffs.
More money, my friend. More games, more money. That's what it is.
Exactly, man. You nailed that right on the dot there. Same thing with when they have finals for baseball, NBA, they don't like sweeps because think about the Dodgers, the Dodgers and the Yankees. Let's talk about that real quick. There's the cheapest tickets, like $1,500 for the nosebleed seats. I took my dad to game 6 in LA for the Dodgers game. It was a great game. I paid $450, $500 for pretty good seats. The same seats that I sat in on Sunday for game 6 when we saw the Dodgers clinch are selling for $3,000 for game 1 of Yankees versus Dodgers. Ridiculous, man. It's ridiculous. Like you're right. More games, more money.
Well, does MLS with their TV deal, I imagine maybe their gates are helping the teams out more than their actual TV deals, maybe? I don't know.
I mean, they're making money on both sides. Both sides. Winner, winner, chicken dinner, guys. As I'm doing this podcast, I just gave out another winner in the Mexican Soccer League. It just hit. So just know that as the days are going, guys, my VIP guys are cashing. This is late. It's 9:00 Wednesday night, and my VIP guys are cashing. Midnight in the East Coast. They're up watching Mexican soccer. We're doing the MLS. Minnesota. I'll tell you one of the games. We have the over 3 in the Timberlands versus Vancouver Whitecaps. It's 5-0 right now. That was a blowout winner. Blowout winner. I gave out at halftime that Barcelona was going to score a 4th goal. Team total over 3.5. And here's the thing. It was 3-1 at halftime. So most people are going to bet over 1.5 second half, right? When it's a 3-1. I went the extra edge and I said, I guarantee you, though, that Barcelona will score 1 more when that's not necessarily the case. And it happened. That was another VIP play we smacked. So smacking VIP plays left and right. Anyways, back to our favorite league, Bundesliga. Saturday takes us to Stuttgart. Stuttgart at home versus Holstein Kiel. Stuttgart, a minus 400 favorite. 7 games, 15 goals scored, 15 goals conceded. Holstein Kiel, 7 games, 9 goals scored, 21 conceded. Previous match, Holstein Kiel lost 2-0 to Union Berlin. Couldn't get a goal against that defense. Union Berlin, another under 3.5 game. That will come into play later. Stuttgart, previous game, 1-0 victory over Juventus, but that was in the Champions League, guys. That was in the Champions League. Different than the regular Bundesliga. Stuttgart also fell to Bayern Munich. Give me Stuttgart to bounce back big, win big over Holstein Kiel. Team total might be over 2.5. Give me them to win minus 1.5. Might be minus 2, but if it's minus 1.5, take Stuttgart to get the victory here. Use them in a parlay or take them 1.5. Stuttgart at home has to get a big win. RB Leipzig in the next game taking on Freiburg. RB Leipzig in their previous game went down 1-0 Liverpool. This is Champions League action. Prior to that, they beat Mainz 2-0. Prior to that, they beat Heidenheim 1-0. They've had a lot of shutouts in the Bundesliga. Freiburg coming off a 3-1 big win against Augsburg. Prior to that, 2-1. That was a friendly 1-0 win over Werder Bremen. Leipzig and Freiburg. I got to go with the boat to score here. Boat to score. And I see some goals here. Give me the over 2.5 and a boat to score. Next game, Augsburg at home versus Dortmund. Dortmund coming off a big loss to Real Madrid and where they were ahead 2-0, ended up getting beaten 5-2. They looked great, looked promising. They were dominating the Champions League giants, Real Madrid, 2-0. And then bam, Real Madrid, the kings of Champions League, bounced back 5-2. That was a just punch in the gut defeat for Dortmund. Prior to that, they beat St. Pauli 2-1. Augsburg coming off. Let's see here. What did Augsburg do last week? It's loading slow here. Augsburg in their last game coming off a 3-1 defeat to Freiburg. Got to go with Dortmund, guys, especially after that gut punch game. Look for Dortmund to come out with more blood, win a 3-1, 4-1, 4-0. Now, Augsburg will get one. Give me a 3-1 Dortmund win. St. Pauli at home versus Wolfsburg. Current standings for the two teams. Wolfsburg is in 13th place. St. Pauli is in 16th place. St. Pauli has only scored 5 goals in 7 games, 11 goals conceded. Wolfsburg, 15 goals scored, 16 goals conceded after 7 games. Previous match, Wolfsburg lost 4-2 to Werder Bremen. Prior to that, they beat Bochum 3-1. St. Pauli's previous game, 2-1 defeat to Dortmund. They got a goal versus Dortmund. St. Pauli didn't get any goals versus Mainz. I do like St. Pauli to get a goal here. They got some feisty guys up front. I like Wolfsburg for the win, but I do like some goals there. Give me some goals. Moving on. For Saturday, this is the big game. Biggest game of the year, El Classico, La Liga, biggest game of the year, El Clasico in Spain, Real Madrid at home versus Barcelona, guys. This is the game that everybody's going to be watching, El Clasico, and it's going to be in El Estadio Santiago Bernabeu, Spain. Brand new facility, super beautiful stadium, state of the art. You should see what they do to the field when they move it from under, when there's concerts and things like that. This field is kept in these like high-tech temperature areas. I don't know. It's just, you got to see how this field is kept. It's a state-of-the-art billion-dollar stadium, multi-billion-dollar stadium. Real Madrid at home taking on Barcelona in the biggest game of the Spanish league. Some would say this is the biggest rivalry game of the year of any European clubs. Real Madrid, Barcelona. Last time they faced off, it was a friendly. Barcelona won 2-1. That didn't count. It was a friendly match. Prior to that, Real Madrid beat Barcelona 3-2. Prior to that, Barcelona lost 4-1 to Real Madrid. Real Madrid beat Barcelona 2-1. 1, 2, 3. 3 El Clásicos have gone by, and Barcelona has yet to smell the victory. This is the year, though, that Barcelona finally has a team that can compete with the likes of Real Madrid. Speaking of Real Madrid, though, Real Madrid is a powerhouse team. Some would say they are the best team in Europe with the likes of Mbappe, Rodrigo, Vinicius Jr., Modric, Valverde, Bellingham. Look at that lineup, guys. The best defensive backs in the world, too. Rudiger, Mendy, Vasquez, guys. We're talking about the top team in the world, all-star team. Vinicius, Mbappe, Rodrigo up top. Who has a better top 3 than that? Some would say nobody. And you saw what they did in Champions League. They were down 2-0, and they won 5-2 versus Dortmund, guys. Who can do that? But on the other side, we have Barcelona. Barcelona have a lot of young talent, guys. They are gelling right now. They got Rafinha from Brazil scored 3 goals today. 3 goals versus the powerhouse Bayern Munich and Kane. We all know Harry Kane. Barcelona just destroyed one of the top powerhouses in Europe from the Bundesliga. They just destroyed the top team in the Bundesliga with Harry Kane, 4-1. Rafinha had 3 goals. You got the young star, Yamal, young kid, 17-year-old phenom. They say he's going to be the next Messi. This game is going to be amazing, guys. There's going to be goals. It's going to be both to score. We're going to get over 2.5 goals. And I am taking Barcelona to finally destroy and dominate, defeat Real Madrid after 3 Champions League, after 3 Classico games where they have not won. This is going to be fireworks. There's going to be goals. It's going to be a lot of action, guys. There's going to be some yellow cards. These guys don't like each other. It's going to be intense. But give me Barcelona to edge out the win here. Give me goals. And let's get ready for fireworks, guys. It's going to be a good game, guys. I'm excited for this game. But with all that being said, these are the type of games, too, where sometimes there's traps. When you have this feeling where there's going to be tons of goals, you sometimes could get a 1-0 or a 1-1. But like I mentioned before, these two teams have always played games where there are goals. Let's just recap the final two games that they played. The previous game was in August of this year. It was a friendly. Let me see. I think it was in the USA. Let me just double check that. But when I say friendlies, that means that these games don't count. The starters don't play the full game. Everybody gets a chance to play. They're not really playing for anything. So not a whole lot of action going on there. The friendly was in MetLife Stadium, 82,000 fans. It holds, I think they pretty much filled it up. Barcelona did get the win, 2-1, with goals from Paul Victor. Paul Victor, there you go. These guys aren't guys who start. The goal for Real Madrid was from Nicolas Paz, another guy who's not a big starter. So there you go. That just gives you a little insight on the type of game. Prior to that, the last Classico, Real Madrid won 3-2. With goals from Bellingham, Vasquez, and Vinicius Jr. That was the previous El Clasico. It was a 3-2 score. That's why we're liking goals in this one. Prior to that, in the Super Cup, Real Madrid beat Barcelona 4-1. Prior to that, 2-1 win by Real Madrid. And just looking back a little bit further. Sorry, I can't find it here. Okay. Copa del Rey, 4-0. So the last time that Barcelona actually beat Real Madrid was 7 games ago. And that was in La Liga. It was El Clasico. Barcelona won 2-1 at home. It's been that many games. So that's why I think that this Saturday, Barcelona gets revenge and shows Real Madrid who the new boss and leader is in La Liga Spain. Give me Barcelona to edge out a win, but for my best bet, give me both to score. Give me over 2.5. It might be over 3.5. Don't worry about the number. It's going to happen. Let's go. That'll do it for Saturday's soccer action. Sunday soccer action takes us back to the England Premier League. First game on the board, Chelsea at home, taking on Newcastle. Current standings for these two teams, Chelsea's in 6th place, Newcastle's in 9th place. Chelsea, after 8 games, 17 goals scored, 10 goals conceded. Newcastle, 8 games, 8 goals scored, 8 goals conceded. Chelsea coming off a tough loss to Liverpool in their last game in the England Premier League, 2-1 loss. Newcastle, 0-1 loss to Brighton. Prior to that, they had a 0-0 tie versus a very bad Everton team, guys. This one's not going to be difficult, guys. Give me the low line win. Give me the Chelsea money line victory, minus 123 for Chelsea. Next game, Crystal Palace at home versus Tottenham. Current standings, Tottenham, 7th place, 18 goals scored, 9 goals conceded. Crystal Palace all the way down to the 18th slot. They're in the relegation area right now. Very dangerous for Crystal Palace. They don't want to stay there. They want to get some points. After 8 games, only 5 goals scored, 11 goals conceded. Previous games, Crystal Palace losing 1-0 to Nottingham Forest. They also lost 1-0 to Liverpool, so they're not losing by much, but they are losing. Tottenham, big win over West Ham. 4-1 victory, guys, in the last game. Prior to that, they did lose 3-2 to Brighton. Crystal Palace at home is not going to do it. Give me Tottenham money line as the away victory. Next game, West Ham at home versus Manchester United. Current standings here, Manchester United 12th place. After 8 games, 7 goals scored, 9 goals conceded. West Ham, after 8 games, 11 goals scored, 15 goals conceded. Previous games, you just heard West Ham lost 4-1 to Tottenham. Manchester United took down Brentford. Prior to that, Manchester United 0-0 versus Aston Villa. And West Ham, the 2 games prior, 4-1 win over a bad Ipswich team. Manchester United should win this game, but I'm going to go with the both to score here. West Ham, Manchester United, both to score. If I had to pick a team to get the victory, to edge out a win, I'm going to take Manchester United. I think they're headed in the right direction finally. Give me Manchester United and a both to score. Final game in the Premier League. Big game. Arsenal at home, taking on Liverpool, guys. This is the first place versus the third place. Liverpool, first place with 21 points, 15 goals scored, 3 goals conceded. That's only 3 goals conceded after 8 games. Arsenal, 15 goals scored, 8 goals conceded. In third place, they're sandwiching Manchester City there, who's in second place. I'm going to keep it simple here. The 1 versus the 3. Give me a both to score. I think both can get a goal here. They are scoring. Arsenal is at home, but they have given up at least 1 goal a game. Give me the both to score. I'm going to keep it simple there. Big game. Arsenal, Liverpool, both to score. Scanning the leagues. We got to go to the French League for our favorite game week after week. You know where I'm going. PSG visiting Olympique de Marseille in Olympique de Marseille. Current standings, PSG first place, 25 goals scored after 8 games, only 8 conceded. Olympique de Marseille, 21 goals, 8 goals conceded. They've also scored the second most in the French League, so you know where I'm going with this one. Give me goals. Give me PSG to get the win. Give me the over, 2.5, 3, whatever it is. And give me PSG to get the victory and stay on top in the first place with that one. Moving on to Bundesliga Sunday action. We got 3 games starting in Bochum. Bochum at home, receiving Bayern Munich. Bayern Munich will be looking for blood after their embarrassing defeat to the powerhouse Barcelona, they had beaten and dominated game after game. Finally, Barcelona comes in at home, takes them down. Bayern Munich's not going to be happy, and guess who they're going to take it out on? Bochum. Give me Bayern Munich first half. Give me Harry Kane to score. Give me team total Bayern Munich. Give me the over. Give me all of those in this game. Bayern Munich to destroy Bochum. Bochum might score a goal, a garbage goal at the end here and there, but give me a big win for Bayern Munich. Possible 3-1, 4-1. Union Berlin, Eintracht Frankfurt in our next game. We've mentioned this before. Union Berlin, very good defensive, not a whole lot of goals scored. I think they've only had one over out of their 7 games that they've played, one over game, over 2.5 goals. Union Berlin has 8 goals scored, only 4 goals conceded versus an Eintracht Frankfurt team who, after 7 games, 15 goals scored, 11 goals conceded. Eintracht Frankfurt last game lost 2-1. Eintracht Frankfurt prior to that 3-3 draw versus Bayern Munich. So Eintracht Frankfurt has shown they could play against the top teams. Last head-to-head between these two teams was a 0-0 draw. 0-0 draw at Eintracht Frankfurt. So we do like the under 3.5 here. That's what we're going to stick with. We're going to stick with the under in that game, under 3.5. Also, because Union Berlin is at home, they're even better defensively at home. Keep it simple there, under 3.5. Final game for Sunday Bundesliga action takes us to Heidenheim, where they will be receiving Hoffenheim. Current standings here. Heidenheim, 7 games, 12 goals scored, 11 goals conceded. Hoffenheim, 13 goals scored, 17 goals conceded. Previous games, Heidenheim lost 3-2 to Gladbach. Hoffenheim, 3-1 win over Bochum, guys. Give me goals in this game, guys. Over 2.5. And if I were to pick a side, I'm surprised that Hoffenheim is plus 208. Give me Hoffenheim plus 1, plus 0.5, whatever you need to take. I think Hoffenheim is the better team here, even though they're the big dog. Give us goals and give us Hoffenheim plus 1. One MLS playoff game here. Orlando City. I mentioned this before. MLS playing the best out of 3. I don't know why they're doing this. I don't like it. Orlando City coming off a 2-1 loss to Atlanta United. Prior to that, they beat Cincinnati 3-1. Prior to that, 2-1. Charlotte coming off a 3-0 win over DC United. You know what? I've been liking this in these MLS playoff games. I did it with the wild cards. I like it here. Give me a both to score here. Orlando City versus Charlotte MLS play for Saturday. Game 1 of the playoffs. Both to score Orlando City versus Charlotte FC. That'll do it for Sunday's soccer action. And it's that time of the weekend where we give you a 2-team parlay. We're going to go to the over parlay for Saturday, and we're going to our favorite league, the Bundesliga. And we're going to take, this is a tough one because there's a lot of games here where I like the overs, but I definitely like the over in Augsburg and Dortmund over 2.5. Parlay that with Werder Bremen and Bayer Leverkusen over 2.5. That's going to be our 2-team over parlay of Saturday action. Moving on to Sunday's over parlay of the day. We got to go back to the Bundesliga, and there's only 2 games if we take out the Union Berlin game there. So let's go with those. 2-team over 2.5 parlay. Bochum, Bayern Munich, leg number 1. Leg number 2, Heidenheim and Hoffenheim over 2.5. And that'll do it, guys, for your 2-team over 2.5 parlay of the day. And here's a quick look at Sunday's NFL action, guys. We're going to keep it simple, straight to the point. Game number 1, Baltimore Ravens taking on the Cleveland Browns. Ravens are favored, -9. Cleveland Browns at home. I got to go with the Cleveland Browns +9. Give me the points. I know the Ravens are on fire. I know they're dominating. No one can stop them right now. They're running it. They're throwing the ball. But guess what? I'm taking the Cleveland Browns +9. I don't know why, but let's do it. Next game, Indianapolis Colts at Houston Texans. Texans are favored -5. Give me the Colts +5 in this one. Green Bay Packers, Jacksonville Jaguars. I got to go with a better team here. Give me the Green Bay Packers -4. Tennessee Titans headed to Detroit Lions. The line is -11 right now, Detroit Lions. Anytime I see a line over 10 points, I got to go with the points, guys. I don't care who it is, regardless how great they are. Give me the Tennessee Titans +11. Atlanta Falcons taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Falcons are favored. Tampa Bay Buccaneers, big injury. Godwin, he's going to be out. He had just come off a knee construction. Tampa Bay didn't look well at all. They are at home, though. Falcons -2.5. Oof. You know what? I'm going to go for a surprise win here. Give me the Tampa Bay Buccaneers +3, just in case. New York Jets visiting the New England Patriots, guys. New York Jets are still the Jets. I know they got Devontae Adams. They were favored in the last game. I don't know why, just because they got him. It didn't do anything. They're still the Jets. They still mess up. Just because of that, I'm going to take the Patriots. +7 doesn't mean the Jets are not going to win. I just like the Patriots plus the points. Miami Dolphins at home versus the Arizona Cardinals. Somebody told me today that Tua's coming back. I don't know why. Poor guy should just retire. He's also not even taking that extra helmet, the helmet that's going to help him just in case, so to help him prevent a possible other concussion. He's saying no. He has his reasons why he doesn't want to wear it. I don't get it, guys. I don't even know if he's playing this week. I don't think so. I don't know why the Dolphins are favored -3.5. I don't see why they would be, even if he was back. Dolphins are terrible. They're not doing anything right now. I know the Cardinals are also terrible, but give me the Cardinals +3.5 in that game. Philadelphia Eagles taking on Cincinnati Bengals. Bengals are -2. I don't know why. Give me the Eagles +2. I'm doing crazy things this Sunday, guys. Crazy things. You might want to parlay a few of these and you may hit. It's been the public winning day in, day out, last 3 weeks of NFL. It's got to stop. The books are not liking it. It's got to stop. New Orleans Saints versus the Chargers. Chargers look terrible in their last game, Monday night. They're -7 favorites versus the Saints. I don't buy it. Give me the Saints +7. Buffalo Bills -3 at the Seahawks. Normally I would take the Seahawks, but you know what? I'm gonna go with the Buffalo Bills -3. Buy it down to -2.5. I know the books try to trick you and say, hey, if they're giving you -3, most people buy it to -2. It doesn't do any good because the other team ends up winning. But no, give me the Bills -2.5. Bears at the Washington Redskins. I'm not going to call them their new name. Washington Redskins taking on Chicago Bears. Division game. Give me the Bears -2.5. Kansas City Chiefs versus the Raiders -10. The Chiefs are on fire. The Raiders are the Raiders. I don't even think the bookies can help the Raiders anymore. Give me the Chiefs blowout to blow out the Raiders -10. Minus alt line, -17. Give me the Chiefs all over. They're going to destroy the Raiders. Carolina Panthers in the next game. Denver Broncos. Broncos are -10 favorites. Too many points. Give me the Carolina Panthers +10. Dallas Cowboys, 49ers. Seems like a trap game. 49ers -4 favorites. There haven't been many traps, guys. Cowboys are the Cowboys. 49ers coming off a tough loss where some people thought they had a chance to take down the Chiefs. They didn't do it. Give me the 49ers -4 in that one. That'll do it for Sunday's NFL action. Spain, La Liga, El Classico. The kings of La Liga clash this Saturday. Real Madrid at home taking on Barcelona. The veterans versus the young kids, guys. Who's going to win? Most people would normally say Real Madrid. Real Madrid's been dominating the competition year in, year out. Barcelona has been rebuilding. Barcelona has the young kids. Real Madrid just became more powerful this season by picking up Mbappe, Vinicius Jr., Bellingham, Valverde. Guys, these guys are stacked from bottom to the top. FC Barcelona have the veteran striker Lewandowski, Rafinha from Spain, who just came off a 3-goal hat trick versus top dogs Bayern Munich. Young kid, Yamal, 17-year-old phenom. Some are saying he's the next Messi, the next best of the best. I agree with them. I think Lamine Yamal is the next superstar, the face of world soccer, guys. He's only 17 years old. He can pass, he can dribble, he can run, he can score goals. He can do it all, guys. He's not selfish. He passes it when he needs to, and he can score some brilliant goals, guys. This guy is the future of soccer, of world competition. Lamine Yamal, only 17 years old, doing things that veteran players can't even do, guys. He is creating plays for Barcelona, passes like no other, and scoring goals at will, guys. I think that this is the time for Barcelona to show Real Madrid who the fathers are in La Liga. It's their time. The time is now. Even though Real Madrid has been the most dominant team in European soccer for the past few years, they've gotten stronger with Mbappe. But this is going to be the time for Barcelona to say, move over now. We're in first place and we're staying in first place. You guys just see what we did to Bayern Munich? Yes, we saw what you guys just did to Dortmund, down 2-0, come back 5-2, guys. We're talking about two teams that are on the uprise right now, both dominating every level of the field, the back, the middle, up top, guys. This is going to be exciting. There's going to be fireworks. Guys, prepare for this game. Stop everything that you're doing Saturday, 12 p.m. Pacific time. Stop everything and watch this game, guys. All stars, left and right. It's going to be great. El Classico, Real Madrid at home, $1 billion stadium, top of the line stadium, taking on Barcelona, guys, in the biggest game of the year. El Classico, get ready. There's going to be fireworks. Guys, Yamal, Lewandowski, Rafinha, Pedri, Eric. There's some guys that are injured on Barcelona that if they were playing, guys, it would be even more of a win for them. I do expect Barcelona to get the win here, but if you want to make money, bet the goals, bet both to score, bet the over. We're going to get some wins. We're going to get some money. Let's go and get ready for an exciting game, guys. El Clasico is coming. It'll be here soon. Let's go. Whew. What a podcast, guys. Thanks again for joining me on another episode of On the Pitch with TJ Picks. I'm your host, TJ Ref, signing off.